Let's begin by closing our eyes. Get comfortable. Meditation posture is simple. If you have an established meditation posture that works really well for you, feel free to just go into that. If you don't have a clear established meditation posture and you are unsure what to do, you sit comfortably enough to be relaxed, but not so comfortable that you think you will fall asleep. That is a good little polarity. Okay. And so I want you to pay attention to something when I ask this question. Notice right now if you are in an inhalation or exhalation. Notice where you were, just as I asked this question. What was happening? And are you in an inhalation or exhalation right now? Notice that this has been going on since the day you were born. Inhalation and exhalation. Just back and forth, back and forth. Every now and then holding your breath, and then back and forth and back and forth. Constantly. This reciprocal relationship between inhalation and exhalation. An expanding and a contracting of your lungs. Constantly happening. Notice it being here right now, still. Inhalation, exhalation. Expanding and contracting. Notice that this is happening for all of the other people who are present here on this workshop today as well. All of us inhaling and exhaling. Our body's natural impulse to inhale, convert air into oxygen into the blood, oxygenate your body, your brain, then exhale and repeat the process again. All of us, since the start of this call, just naturally being taken care of by this natural impulse. And almost like magic, constantly having ourselves supplied with oxygen. And the body continuing to breathe naturally. Whether you like it or not, the body is here, breathing, taking care of you. This can be seen as an act of love, your body loving you, your lungs taking care of you, holding you completely. And it can be seen as the air all around you loving you, being here for you to have this beautiful oxygen. stay alive, to get to enjoy this mystical experience we call life. Anyone who's ever tried to hold their breath underwater know how quickly we can fall into absolute panic when we don't have this oxygen. Or when we are severely out of breath. For anyone who's struggled with any kind of infection with the lungs, like COVID, etc. Know what a gift it is to have this access to oxygen, to air. You just feel this gift given to us. For lack of a better word, we can say this gift from God. Giving us air, giving us lungs, giving us a natural impulse to exhale, to inhale, and continue the process over and over. Just being held, being taken care of by an impulse installed in us by God. Noticing that this is not true only for the people on this little workshop, but for all living beings sharing this natural inhaling, exhaling process. Trillions of beings naturally doing this. Literally trillions of beings. Not even counting all of the plants, trees, flowers. Not even counting the planet itself. It's the natural inhaling, exhaling. Just being held, all of us being taken care of by this and so many other hyper-complex impulses and processes. We don't even have to think about it. Constantly happening. From the day we are born. And when we have children, we pass this impulse onto them without even knowing how we do it. Just relaxing into this, knowing this constant, unending, unceasing, relentless being taken care of by some kind of almost perfect design of this reality. And knowing here that being part of this design, we can sometimes make some mistakes, jump to conclusions, say and do things that have unintended consequences. Say and do things that have the intended consequence, but then for us later to wish that those consequences hadn't been such. Taking into account the perfection and the hyper-complexity of this reality. The infinite intelligence that have designed all of this. this all-loving intelligence that gave rise to all of being. Just allowing for that intelligence to descend upon us with an attitude of grace and forgiveness. And so, as the voice of forgiveness, not your own voice, so imagine taking on the voice of universal perfect intelligence, total creativity, and absolute forgiveness. Just allow yourself to speak as that voice. And from this voice, saying, I forgive myself. I forgive myself for making a mistake. Allowing that to sink in. As the voice of forgiveness, I forgive myself. I forgive myself for not understanding better. I forgive myself for making a mistake. Knowing here, you are not speaking as your relative self. This is not about you trying to forgive yourself. Speaking simply as the voice of universal intelligence, ultimate creativity, and absolute forgiveness. I forgive myself. I forgive myself for making a mistake. For any time that I hurt myself, other people, property, or environment, it always came from not fully understanding how everything works. Because if I knew with total omniscient intelligence, I would have done different. So from the voice of forgiveness, just repeat all of this in your own mind as I say it. As the voice of forgiveness, I forgive myself. I forgive myself for making a mistake. I forgive myself for not understanding better. And watch the tone that you use, even when you just say this silently in your own mind. Make sure the tone really is spoken as the voice of forgiveness, however that will manifest for you in your consciousness. I forgive myself. I forgive myself for making a mistake. I forgive myself for not understanding better. Just allow this voice, this presence, this consciousness of forgiveness to descend upon you. Allow yourself to receive the voice, the consciousness of absolute forgiveness. It's not you forgiving you. This is the voice of absolute total creativity and forgiveness descending upon you and feeling absolute forgiveness for you. Whether you feel it or not, that's irrelevant. I forgive myself. I forgive myself for making a mistake. I forgive myself for not understanding better. Wake up. Make sure staying alert. If you got jolted by this, it means you're falling too far into relaxation. If you didn't get jolted by this, you have clear, pristine concentration. Allow this voice of forgiveness to descend back upon you. I forgive myself. I forgive myself for making a mistake. I forgive myself for not understanding better. And just notice this deep, soft sense of forgiveness. And now, as this state of total forgiveness, I forgive all living beings. I forgive all living beings for not understanding better. I forgive all living beings for making mistakes. I forgive all living beings for everything there's ever been that's been done. I forgive all living beings for all the mistakes that have been done. As the voice of absolute forgiveness, I forgive all living beings for all the times that they have not understood better. I forgive myself, and I forgive all living beings. I forgive myself, and I forgive all living beings for everything that's ever been done wrong. And I forgive myself and all living beings for everything that ever will be done wrong. I forgive myself and all living beings for everything that ever will be done wrong. Now notice this space of forgiveness, what this feels like. Okay, so you can come back out of that, open your eyes, stay present.